Hello and welcome to episode 182 of the Field of Geeks podcast. I'm Josh.
I'm Mitch.
I'm Bill.
I'm Steve.
I'm Megan.
All right, that was good, guys. There was no mess up. We forgot to do that. We always forget to do that.
We know our names.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, we've come a long way. It's me. Yes, so, yeah, we're recording on Sunday. The big game tonight. It's kind of funny. Last night I was, we're going to do some tailgating food tonight. And I went to Fairway, get some chicken wings. And they're like, yeah, we're pretty much all out. And of course I was just being sarcastic, but I was like, oh, I wonder why. He didn't catch me in my tone or whatever. And he's like, oh, cause it's Super Bowl tomorrow. I was like, oh yeah, okay. Jesus Christ. But yeah.
How awkward that interaction must have been.
Well, I had a mask on too, so probably couldn't tell I had a smile, but I kind of said it like,
say,
I wonder.
Yeah, no, I know.
I just said, I wonder why we're all out of wings. And he goes, oh, it's a Super Bowl tomorrow. And I just laughed. I'm like, okay. All right, tough crowd.
Super Bowl, what's that?
Yeah, no shit. Yeah. So yeah, getting all that stuff gathered tonight. I just look forward to the food and the commercials. I could really care less about the game, but I'll watch it, obviously. It's a good thing I'm not a big sports fan because I already have high blood pressure and I get really riled up when I'm watching something I kind of have a little interest in, like last year I kind of was happy for the Kansas City Chiefs being there, but I mean, it didn't ruin my day when they lost. So, yeah, what about you guys? Plans tonight? Do you got anything going for this game, or are you just along for the ride?
I'm looking forward to the halftime show.
Yeah, that should be pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Dr.
That
Dre,
halftime
Snoop
show's
Dogg,
gonna be-
Eminem, Mary J. Blige.
It's like putting a CD from the
talent
90s
this
in.
year.
Yep.
Well, it's better than what they normally do, where they have like an Ariana Grande with like Steven Tyler or James Hetfield.
Oh, right.
At least it's going to be entertaining. There won't be some little teeny bopper jumping up there and being like, "Hey, I can sing rock music too." No, sit the fuck down. You weren't even born when that Nirvana shirt came out, so shut up the fuck
Yeah,
up.
Steven Tyler just comes on stage like, I got paid. Yeah.
I can afford my dialysis.
I don't give a shit who sings my songs.
Oh, no.
Come on,
You gotta
Hanson.
realize that this is going to be the first time that kids, younger kids, are going to see their parents break out their Jenko jeans and one shirts and
Beepers.
and beanies and
I wear
stuff
that
like
on a
that.
daily basis, Mitch. What are you talking about?
You still rocking the Jenko?
I do have a pair of Jenko shorts that I still wear every summer because they are the most
What?
comfortable shorts I've ever owned.
Now wait a second. That's mind blowing. I didn't know that they made Jenkos.
Or is it is it vintage? Is it from the back in the day?
Is it from back in the day?
Oh yeah, they're vintage.
Are they jorts?
Well, they're shorts that hang down almost to my ankles, so I guess I don't know.
Oh, they're the Kevin Smith jorts.
Yeah, they're fucking huge, man. But
That's awesome.
my God, they're the most comfortable pair of shorts I've ever worn.
Oh, I wholeheartedly believe you. That's impressive,
You buy shorts now, and they're like practically Speedos.
right?
Oh, thanks, man.
They squeeze the.
I need a little room. I need a little room to man spread.
It's funny you mention that because there's nothing wrong with a little bit of breeze.
Yes.
They are coming back, funnily enough, though. Like, you can still go on their website and buy the pants and stuff like that. They're just outrageously overpriced.
Oh well, they always were.
I mean, they always were, yeah.
That was the whole thing. My mom always got mad and said, "Oh my God, I'm looking right now, $225 for a pair of Jenkos."
Damn.
You got to realize
Dry clean only.
There's a lot of denim there. I mean, you're using denim Dan rules here.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's the kilts of the 90s. There you go. Bell bottoms.
I didn't have a single pair of those jeans that weren't destroyed on the bottom from, like, dragging on the ground and getting constantly wet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember the denim, the dye in my denim jeans would I had white shoes. Put a little blue on the top. I was like, no!
Yeah.
You sons of bitches.
I wore mine with a pair of Chuck Taylors, and getting the denim dye off the white bottom of the Chucks was
horrible. Oh, bastards. What do you think the music will be You think they're going to go for like the uncensored, or are they going to? It's probably just bleep it, I guess.
They're going to have to keep it a little bit PG. I mean, Pepsi's sponsoring it, so they're not going to. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think they're going to be told like, don't cuss. There's kids watching, but I doubt they're going to pay attention to that.
Yeah,
we're probably going to get. I mean, granted, live television's on a 5-second delay anyway, so they can always bleep it out.
Oh yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, just like the Janet Jackson thing. Yeah. Well, we don't have to. Yeah, we don't have to worry about Justin Timberlake ripping anybody's bra off or anything.
We do have Mary J. Blige, though. She could be wearing a very tight or skimpy outfit.
She's kind of, I don't know. I can't see anybody fucking with her too bad, but
no, I can't either.
It'll be Eminem. No, I'm kidding.
He'll be Eminem.
He'll come out something interesting.
Surprisingly enough, he's a pretty tame guy.
Yeah.
So.
Well, he's off drugs now, so he's got to be.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's why I stopped listening to Metallica, because they sound like shit now.
Well, and, Motley Crue is nothing without drugs.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
I'm just saying there's some bands that are better on.
Yeah.
I'm not saying do drugs. I'm just saying that there are better bands.
It's that whole scene from Little Nicky. Ma'am, I knew your son, and believe me, he was better off on the drugs.
Right? Oh, here's another band. Stone Temple Pilots. Remember when they got clean and then they produced 4? How crappy was that album?
No.
It was terrible.
Yeah,
or Shangri-La Dee Da. Yeah. It's terrible.
Being sober is great, but I had to get back on the stuff to make some music. So.
Some bands need just to do drugs.
That's Mitch's quote for the show.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Yeah. Next headline:
like
Dare sues Mitch.
I enjoyed,
like James Hetfield
when they were locked up half the time. Maybe that's before he got sober and became a complete and utter see you next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yes.
Moving on.
But there'll be commercials tonight. A lot of commercials we've seen, of course, already. Teasers.
So I gotta say, why are they showing the commercials before they actually air? Because YouTube has a ton of them, so I've been staying away from YouTube. And the only thing that I know is that Dr. Evil's going to be in one, so I'm really looking forward to that. But the rest, I'm trying to stay away from YouTube on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know why. I mean, it's just a short, attention span. People have to see it now, and then it has ruined the experience.
Man. Yeah, nobody's going to sit there for a 5-hour game just to watch commercials.
Yeah.
Oh, I do.
I do, but yeah.
I
mean, anyway.
What about you, Megan? Steve, any commercials you're looking forward to? Do you like the commercials? Could care less.
I haven't seen anything yet, so it'll be a discussion topic for after the Super Bowl.
Cool.
I haven't really seen anything either. Whatever. They'll be fun to watch. They usually are for the most part. And I do agree it's time to reintroduce cocaine to musicians.
Just not heroin, right?
I think you guys are just listening to the wrong genre of music, because, some of my bands are still solid.
Okay, so do tell. Which bands?
We can't all be fans of BTS.
Damn it.
Are Backstreet Boys still going strong on the old cocaine trail?
Right? They probably all were on cocaine, and that's how they, were so boy bandish. I was going to say so sexified, but some of them are really pathetic looking.
Aaron Carter looks like a mess. Seen Aaron Carter?
Carter.
Holy shit.
Carter,
wow. He's been accused of some sick shit, too, with his kid. And
his brother, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yep. So, cocaine, yep. New slogans for the show. Inspirations for musicians across the world.
Everything's better with Coke.
Well, this is brief.
Wait, they're sponsored by Pepsi. They can't say that.
Oh, shit. No. This is brief, but they did show the Obi-Wan series poster this past week, and a lot of people are hoping maybe we'll get a teaser for that. So I'm hoping that'll be a nice surprise. But yeah, other than that, just gonna see what else they have on there as usual. So that's really all I care about. But yeah, look forward to it. Look forward to eating myself into depression because I feel like shit, and it's all good. It's all good. So that's how we do it in America, I guess. Chicken wings and just all kinds of tailgate food. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Look forward to it. Hopefully it'll be a good game and not an easy win. Tom Brady isn't there. Damn.
Thank God.
Is he is retired, right?
Retired.
After, I think it was after though. I think it was he's going to pull a Michael Jordan. He'll come back.
To his credit,
he'll try baseball.
To his credit, he didn't actually pull the whole Brett Favre or Aaron Rodgers thing where they were contemplating or trying to get to another team to do something,
Yeah.
I mean, at least he didn't do that.
Right. Yeah. Well, his stance, aside from vaccines, like, not getting into that, but, man, he looks like he does not have money, man. He looks weird. Aaron Rodgers?
Who, Rodgers?
Yes. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. What is going on there? His eyes are bulging out. Cocaine?
Yeah. No. He was just dating Shailene Woodley. That'll do it.
God.
Engaged or married? Are they married?
They have a kid.
No, she broke it off. She broke it off. Said that he's too demanding. Whatever that means.
Well,
of combing hair?
To be fair, it's hard to compete with a guy who makes out with his son, so.
It is.
There's no winners here.
So he could spend more time kissing his dad on the lips.
Oh, God.
Oh, rich people.
The thing is, right? I'm glad that he's not in the Super Bowl because I hate watching the dynamic of him. Like, when he wins, oh yeah, he goes over, he hugs everybody, he's all happy. If he loses, he makes a beeline for the back and he's
breaks
like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
He breaks whatever it was, an Apple product on the sidelines that one game, right?
Oh,
yeah, like snapped a friggin' iPad over his knee or something. I don't know.
R.I.P. Gates.
I could give a shit less about Tom Brady. He's an asshole.
I think he's a Terminator. I'm waiting for his flesh to get cut a little bit, and it explains everything. Because
I'd pay to see his flesh get cut. That's a different conversation.
I'm very interested to see what he actually does now that he's retired. Will he just peacefully go off into the netherworld, or will he actually?
He'll start an OnlyFans.
He's going to join the Lakers. Go try basketball.
Will he become an announcer of some sort, like Romo did? He's probably, outside of talking about the tuck rule and getting hit and how much that should be a penalty, he's probably got some decent analysis abilities.
He might get ready the footballs for every game for people.
I could see him being an analyst or something like that.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
I think that would, they'd be kind of stupid not to offer that to him.
Right.
Amount of experience he has.
Or
I still won't watch it because I don't give a shit.
Or you'll play Johnny Cage in the next Mortal Kombat movie, right?
Shut up, Josh. Don't even put that evil out
Steve,
there.
Does that excite you?
Yes.
It does.
Oh, baby.
No, I wasn't listening.
Johnny.
Oh.
Yes.
You didn't miss much.
No.
It's okay.
Well, yeah. I think we've talked enough about Super Bowl. Everyone's tired. So let's get into gaming news. Take it away, Bill.
All right. So, following up on a story we said on the last episode, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's mysterious video game movie he's working on is reportedly Call of Duty.
Okay. Not Paperboy. Damn.
Yeah. Or Rampage 2. Nobody needs that.
Not to be confused with my
So my question is,
movie,
why
Call of Booty?
Call of Booty?
Sorry.
I'm gonna get you, sucker.
He's going to play an anti-hero because he can't play a villain at all. Yeah.
God.
Yes.
So,
Call of Duty.
he did play the lead, one of the lead roles. Not really the lead role, but he did play in Doom, which was entertaining, but nobody hired him for his acting ability, of course. And
well, that was young. Just starting pretty much, right?
That was young, Rock,
yeah.
But
yep.
yeah. My question is, Call of Duty the Call of Duty games are pretty much like playable war films.
Mm-hmm.
So why the fuck do we need a Call of Duty?
So a war film, basically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't make much sense to me, but whatever.
Well,
Maybe it'll be entertaining.
Call of Duty goes all over the place, right? Timeline wise, like back in the day. Yeah.
I mean, they go back and forth, and then they hit some like kind of fantastical notes in there too. And
have they explained anything about the plot, like, or is there a preference from everyone? Like, if you're a fan of Call of Duty in this movie coming out, like, where should it be put? Like in the future, or
this is a lot of this is speculative at this point. Like, Call of Duty is probably like the main one he would do if he did any of them. So.
Right.
But on a side note, he's in Fortnite, which who the hell isn't at this point? I mean, they've got rappers in there, they've got superheroes. Fucking Martha Stewart. I don't know. They've got all kinds of people in Fortnite. Who gives a shit? Anyway.
Yeah, that's cool. Call of Duty, I like that. That's it.
So Tom Holland wants to star in a live-action Jack and Daxter movie, which would be a little weird. I played Jack and Daxter a long time ago. It's kind of one of those like run and gun type of movies, but we'll see. I mean, maybe I'm sure he'll get all kinds of offers after Uncharted drops, because that looks like it's going to be phenomenal.
Looks great. Yeah, I hope it. Would you say the last Mortal Kombat movie was another good example of video game to movie transfer success?
Of the fact that like somebody who's passionate about it can actually give a shit about the project. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that's going to pave the way for a lot of stuff.
Sure.
And, I mean, we'll see. I mean, they've got nowhere to go but up.
Right.
I mean, looking at the history of video game movies. So,
right.
Really.
Yeah, Tom Holland's
I think anything
great.
Tom Holland touches is going to be gold anyway.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He was in the movie The Impossible. Has anyone ever seen that? It was about
That's one of my all-time favorite movies.
Oh, my God. Wow. That really pushes you. Yeah.
He was only like 10 years old in that, which granted, he still looks 10 years old.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was just, my God, his acting ability in that was phenomenal.
Well, just experiencing what they went through, the trauma and everything, and just looking at the wounds oh my God, it was hard to watch sometimes, but I had no idea he was in that till, basically I didn't know really much about him until he was Spider-Man. And then I kind of went back and, oh wow, he's in that. And man, I didn't know he was in that Impossible movie, but yeah, he's a rising star. So yeah, I'm sure he could pull it off. I do recall him recently. I think he approached the Bond producers about doing a young Bond film, and it tanked. Really, he tanked the pitch. Kind of glad, but unless it was going to be like James Bond Jr., which probably wouldn't work anyway. But yeah, they're pretty picky. But I know he's doing a Fred Astaire project, so I'm sure that'll be great. His dancing ability is fantastic, so he can do it all.
I mean, I don't think he's going to be hurting for work.
No,
anytime soon. I think he just needs to like limit his projects to what he can successfully do.
I hope to, we'll talk about Oscars soon here, but I'm sure we'll see him someday nominated for something. He did a movie called Cherry. I don't know if anyone saw that one, but that was supposed to be kind of a more serious role for him. But yeah, it was directed by the Russo brothers, I believe, too. I didn't really make a lot of ground, but I'll catch it eventually. But yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, hopefully he can find success outside of the Marvel films, right? Because I think that's the biggest challenge, I mean, Robert Downey had success before, but since leaving, not so much. So I think that's you kind of get typecasted in a way, and it's also hard to go from, action-packed, that character to just like a regular person. It's all on the writing at that point to capture people's attention and stuff. So it's just like people who play Bond and all that. But yeah, good on Tom Holland.
Let's see, moving on to other news here. Rockstar Games confirmed that Grand Theft Auto 6 is currently in development.
About time.
Reported, yeah, exactly. They've been milking GTA 5 for a decade now.
Right.
It's still a long way from release. Looks like 2024, 2025. But it's supposedly well underway. Hopefully it does better than their remaster of the original trilogy, which sucked.
Oh, it did? Because I've seen that, and I was like, oh, I kind of want to get that, but not worth it?
No.
Cash grab? Yeah.
Not at all. It was a cash grab. It was done by a team that does mobile games, and it very much looks like it. It's just dog shit.
It sucks.
This will be the first GTA game without Dan Houser. He wrote Grand Theft Auto 2 through 5, Red Dead Redemption, Bully, Max Payne 3. But his brother Sam still remains on the project, so he might give some pointers to his little brother.
Do we know why Dan left the project?
Probably just burnt out from it. I mean, he's been doing a lot of good. He's been doing a lot of stuff for a lot of years.
That's that's a big loss. I hope I hope his brother can take up the reins pretty good. I mean, the Red Dead series, Jesus, those are good.
Well, and I think a lot of it too is like there's a lot of projects he's been wanting to do outside of GTA and Red Dead, and hasn't really gotten the time to do that. And hopefully this will get him a chance to branch out a little bit.
Sure.
So we recently talked about Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard. Sony has now bought Bungie as an independent subsidiary. Bungie, of course, is known for the Halo games, Destiny, and they're working on a new IP. So it's not going to be, obviously, in retaliation to Microsoft's acquisition. It's just kind of been something that's been in the works for a while.
Yeah.
They're going to remain multi-platform, though, with the option to self-publish their titles. And, we talked about Activision Blizzard, the problems they've had. Bungie's not without their own problems. They kind of have dealt with some of the same boys club harassment kind of things, but it's been acknowledged since 2011. They've made a lot of steps to improve it, which is a lot more than we can say for Activision Blizzard. And Sony won't have to pick up any of the lawyer bills, so that's good. Speaking of Sony, Maggie Robertson, the actress that played Lady Dimitrescu in Resident Evil 8, has been awarded another Best Actor award for the New York Game Awards. She's basically won everything she's been nominated for. Just a phenomenal voice actress, great personality. I'm a huge fan, so I just had to throw that in there.
That's cool. So that's kind of like the Oscars for the video games. Is that right?
Yeah.
Nice.
And there's a lot of them out. There's a lot of game awards.
I'm sure there should be. There should be, because those are those should be recognized just like live action films. Sometimes, most of the time, really, the story's so much better than the stuff we get now. It's
it's also the video game industry has, for the large part, been a boys' club when it comes to nominations and awards and stuff like that. And the fact that a female voice actress has been so successful is pretty cool to see.
That's great.
Moving on to some other big news that just recently dropped. Sega has officially ended its arcade center business. So I know, here in the States, we have a lot of Sega classic arcade games like, Altered Beast, things like that. It's not really going to affect us here stateside. So it mainly affects like the Japanese arcade centers, which are pretty much, gambling centers marketed for kids.
Yeah.
So it's mainly like their claw machines, slot machines, gashapon, stuff like that.
Hate those things.
So those will be taken over by another company. Doesn't really affect anybody here in the United States. They'll still be producing arcade machines for worldwide distribution, such as the arcade 1-up machines, and making games for the console. So nothing much has changed here stateside. So
good.
I know when that dropped, everyone did the surprise Pikachu face, but it doesn't really affect a whole lot.
Sure.
So
well, that's good to know.
That's all I've got for gaming news.
So you said so they'll be producing some more arcade 1-up machines, is that right?
Well, they haven't come out and said specifically they're making those, but that's what's kind of included in with their arcade machines worldwide.
Oh, okay.
They're still going to be building cabinets for sale and stuff like that. So that's going to include those ones, like those all-inclusive, compilation type releases.
Sure.
So, but they'll still be more than happy to whore themselves out to console makers for their Sonic 56 and all that other stuff. So
Great.
So, what's prompting Microsoft and Sony to buy these cross platforms? Because it seems like it's just all of a sudden happening, and it almost seems like it's kind of backhanded in a way. Do you know why, by chance?
It does seem like that, but it's also something. I think with the advent of the internet, especially, like, we're more aware of this stuff now. But it's something that they've done for years. It's I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that, you know, nobody's really winning the console wars anymore. It seems like console versus PC a lot of times, but I mean, you also have to realize, like, Microsoft, you know, they have Steam, they have a lot of PC stuff as well, so they're trying to kind of build that up a little bit. I mean, a lot of times with these, like, smaller companies, you don't really see much impact, but, like, with big companies like this, like, okay, Microsoft now owns World of Warcraft and all that, and Sony now owns Halo. I mean, it seems like a big deal. It seems like they're constantly, you know, two kids fighting on the playground. But
yeah,
I think what makes the difference between Sony and Microsoft is that Sony is not saying you can only make games for us and nobody else. And Microsoft has been very notorious about that when they acquire, like, Bethesda, when they acquire Activision Blizzard, they're very much like, you can only make this an Xbox exclusive.
Yeah.
And if you sell it to anybody else, we're going to cut ties with you. So
yeah,
it does kind of seem like that from a certain standpoint, that Sony is like, oh, you got them, well, we're going to get this. Haha. What do you think of that?
I mean, it seems like now it's not so much the console itself; it's the exclusivity of the game to the console. So you know, all of a sudden you're going to start seeing Halo appear on Sony games, and then it's going to be the game creators being, you know, who's going to win that war.
Yeah, I definitely see that, and I mean, don't get me wrong, there's problems on both sides of the coin. I mean, Sony is just as bad as Microsoft is in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I platform mainly on Sony because, you know, that's exclusively what I play is PlayStation. But I think in a lot of ways they're very competitive as far as, like, console wars are concerned.
Yeah.
They're like, you know, oh, we have this, but and Sony, you know, Microsoft will say, well, Xbox only has Fallout and World of Warcraft and Overwatch and all this stuff. And then Sony will be like, well, you can come to PlayStation and play this, but you can also play it on Xbox if they decide they want to play it on Xbox. Like, I don't know. It's kind of, it's constantly like a no you kind of thing. Like, haha, look at this. The problem is that when I say nobody's winning the console wars, it's because, like, with the chip shortage and everything like that, like, nobody can firmly say, like, PlayStation 5 has outsold Xbox Series X or the Nintendo Switch because nobody's producing consoles right now, which is the biggest problem. So it's like, for the people that do have the consoles, it's like, we want them to stay with this console for the exclusivity, and I don't know. We'll kind of see where it goes from here. I think that it's a good move to leave them as an independent subsidiary, because we've seen a lot of Sony involvement with their past exclusive games where they're like, well, it didn't sell that great, so we're not going to continue that. We're going to shelve that one and work on Uncharted 56 or whatever the hell we're going to do. You know, and it's really like, I could care really in the long-term part of it here. I could care less about Call of Duty. I could care less about Halo. I don't play any of them. But it is a big selling point for those companies. Because obviously you have, you know, aside from the fact that they shell out the same game every single year, it's, you know, they have a lot of, like, pay-to-play, pay-to-win type of stuff. Like with loot boxes and things like that. So, I mean, it's one of those things. You never really know if they're doing this just to piss people off or if they're doing it because they genuinely want their console to do better. But I don't I don't see them like screwing over the fans by doing this. I just see them creating more of a constant back and forth. Like I firmly believe that like Microsoft's going to come out in a month and be like, "Hey, we acquired this game studio, so fuck you, Sony."
Yeah,
it's the Marvel DC of it all, really.
Yeah, I mean,
I certainly see what you're saying. The chip shortage is definitely creating this different buying war. I think probably something that we didn't have before.
Yeah,
we'll make them here. That's what we'll do. It'll be all better.
We have to come up with some solution because this has been going on since 2020.
Yeah,
end of 2020. It doesn't just affect the consoles. It's affecting cars. It's affecting mobile devices. It's affecting computers. Like, we need to come up with some solution other than crossing our fingers and hoping it'll get better, because it's not. No. Spoiler alert.
I don't know the validity of this statement, but I think some of it too. It's not a major part of it, but it's. I think a part of it is, and I've heard this from people. There are bots, and sometimes not even bots, but actual human beings that will go in and purchase maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe more, depending on whether or not there's a limit on that site. Or they'll just go in multiple times, because you can train a bot to do that. And they're purchasing these things and then selling them at a higher price. Mm-hmm. And I think that that's becoming more of a thing than it was before, because you're just kind of seeing it everywhere, where if they can, they're going to go ahead and do that. So I really think there needs to be some stronger limitations on that.
Absolutely. I completely agree with that statement. I think what would really... I think the only thing that's going to resolve this is, one, Sony has like a email campaign where they'll be like, "Hey, we randomly drew your name out of a hat. If you want a PS5, you can go to this link and buy one directly from Sony." But it's also, I think they need to push back like more physical copies of it being distributed to retailers. And then it's just a luck of the draw kind of thing. Like, you happen to be walking through Walmart and they're stocking PS5, so you buy one. Mm-hmm. And then it's up to the retailers to be like, okay, we're going to limit it to 1 console per person. And not to say that people won't be scummy and like go buy one at this Walmart, then go to another Walmart and buy one, then go to another Walmart and buy one. But I think that would really cut down on a lot of the scalping.
I agree. I think sending it back to the physical retailers is an amazing idea. I don't know why we ever stopped doing that.
Well, and I think a lot of that had to do with the pandemic too. Like, not wanting people to go out to, physical stores and risk getting infection. So we're going to sell it on this website. But the thing is, the bad thing about the like scalping is that like people are still buying it for the retail price. They're just selling it for a higher price.
Yep.
And that additional profit goes into their pockets versus back into Sony's pockets or Microsoft's pockets or whatever. But yeah, I think really the only solution to that is to just make them a physical selling.
Yeah, I think that's smart. You know what I mean? Yeah,
because that's about the only way you're going to fix it.
I will not pay more than retail price. Like, I'll wait. I'll wait till 6 is coming out to get my 5 if I have to. Like, I'm not playing that game. So it's like, you guys can just hold on to your damn PS5s, and that definitely has to be. And we're an online based ordering society kind of now, right? That's why a lot of the department stores have gone out of business, and which is really shitty. I think that's going to be something sorely missed someday, if not already.
And you look at like since the pandemic, how big Amazon has gotten. Yeah. Just the online aspect of that, like not having to go anywhere, and just, I don't know. I think there's something to be said for retailers actually physically stocking products. Mm-hmm. And I know that's been an issue too, because you go to Walmart and the shelves are bare. It doesn't matter what you're buying.
Yeah.
There's a distribution problem. That's a whole rabbit hole to get into, but
yeah, that's getting scary too. It's like, well, shit, maybe we should just, I don't know, create more jobs here, and let's make some cereal. I was in the cereal aisle yesterday. I was going to make Rice Krispie treats for tonight. They're all out of
I
Rice
heard
Krispie
about that.
treats.
Like, they're gone.
And crispy rice. Like, this is at
Yeah.
Target, though. So I found some elsewhere, but I was like, they don't have any Rice Krispies at all. Not even the off-brand stuff. Like, this is just bizarre. But yeah, I mean, it's like that. Yeah, like with the consoles. I keep looking at the cases when I'm at Target or whatever, hoping to see a PS5, even though I can't afford one right now. But it's just to see one and be like, that's cool. It's like,
They don't.
yeah.
What's funny about that?
Always
They don't
empty.
even have a display copy. The display copy they have in like the cases at Walmart is
Yeah.
cardboard.
Oh, God.
So, through an inside source that I have,
Uh-huh.
more specific here, but we do see things in the surrounding areas. There are more things going up to bid right now that are warehouse based than anything else. Yeah.
Really?
Oh wow.
Nice.
That's just how big of a boom this is, if you want to put that into perspective. And it's happening everywhere.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
Yeah.
Not good. Just everyone out there have the willpower not to get one right now, I guess, unless you just, want to pay more, but
And-
I don't want it that bad. So,
And it's great that I get those emails from Sony every now and then, like, "Hey, we have some PS5s in stock. Do you want one?" That's great and everything like that. But they give you literally like 3 days to make a decision. It's like I can't. I don't know about you guys, but like, just the way the economy and everything else is right now, I don't have $800 just sitting in savings, ready to buy a PS5. And if I did, I'd probably be spending on something a lot more smart than a console.
right. You'd hope, right?
I don't know.
Pay bills or
Yeah.
buy a game system.
I mean, we'll see.
I don't know. I spent more than that on 2 tickets that were scalped to go to the We Were Young concert in October. So, impulse buy, right? Sometimes you just have to do it.
yeah.
Priorities, man. I mean,
Adulting
Short-term
can take a
gain,
break
long-term
sometimes.
loss.
Yes.
Right.
Well, what even comes with the console? Does it come with a game? Does it come with a controller? I've heard they don't really come with much, but I guess it depends, right?
I don't know specifically because I don't know anybody that's actually been lucky enough to find one.
Joey has one. We should ask him.
I can tell you this: they have 2 different versions, and I believe that they come with one. Well, I've heard different stories. So I know that there is a CD or a Blu-ray version where it has the disc drive, and there is one that does not have the disc drive. As far as well, no, I take that. So, yes, it does come with one controller, and you have to buy the other one, just like a normal PS.
Mhm.
Okay.
So,
Well, I mean,
I'm just curious what
The
the
problem-
800 includes, right? You pay all that. Like, what do you get? So I was just, wondering there.
And this is the thing with like the Sony Direct thing they're doing is you can add peripherals to it.
Okay.
So that when I say $800, it's not just for the console. I mean, I would be adding like an additional controller on there. And,
Sure.
Other stuff that I'd want, but just with, and I don't know if they've improved this on PS5, but just with the PS4, I know if I only had one controller, I'd be constantly plugging that shit in to charge it
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
because it,
Yeah.
after an hour of gameplay,
Yeah.
you're like, it's almost dead, and
Right.
it gets worse the longer you have it. So
And
you
we've
almost have to have 2 as a back, with one as a backup, I guess.
right, and we've probably covered this before about the PS5, but it does play. Does it play PS3 games through 5?
I don't think it does.
Okay, I couldn't remember if that was true or not.
I know they're looking at backwards compatibility through like the PlayStation Now, like the subscription service,
Okay, that makes
where
sense.
like they have like the digital media, so you can go back and play like PS1, PS2, PS3 games.
Cool.
But I think that's still a little ways off. They're not
Yeah.
really motivated to add that for the 15 people that actually legitimately have a console.
Yeah. Luckily,
So-
I have all mine still, but yeah. But it would be nice not to have to get them all out and then just,
Yeah.
cherry pick, like, okay, I'll go play this console now. So that's a lot to take in. Yeah, well, hopefully things get better. I know we shouldn't keep saying that, like Bill said. Yeah. Why don't we create this shit on our own, land here? And yeah, I don't know. I'm not trying to be whatever. I'm not running for anything, guys. So I'm just saying, kind of sucks we're dependent on all these other countries. Is like, let's just make this shit
We're
here. What do we got to offer?
Yeah.
Corn?
I
don't
could
know.
get into a whole political thing about that.
I know, and I'm not
depending
trying to. It's irritating because it's like if this keeps up, like, is there a plan? We have to have a plan here, but not just for Rice Krispies, but for PS5. So that's it, and cars, sure, but
don't give anybody any ideas. There's going to be a huge like black market for Rice Krispies.
What am I supposed to do?
I need my Snap Crackle Pop. Damn it! I don't care if I have to pay $50 for a box.
What am I going to make treats out of? What else goes with marshmallows? Yes. I did buy some Chex Mix, so I'm going to try that. Probably just scratch the hell out of my mouth, but whatever. It tastes good. So
it's okay.
All right. Well, yeah, movie and TV news.
So speaking of the Super Bowl, Jordan Peele's new horror movie Nope, which I think is a great title for a horror movie. It's going to drop its first trailer during the Super Bowl. There was a teaser that I saw on TV yesterday, as a matter of fact, during the Olympics.
Really?
But, Daniel Kaluuya, Keke Palmer, and Stephen Ewan are scheduled to star in it. And if you ever wanted to see Glenn with a cowboy hat, this is your movie. But man, Jordan Peele can do no wrong for his horror movies. I loved Get Out. I loved Us. So this is gonna. I'm super hyped for this.
I've seen Get Out. I have not seen the Us. Is that right? Us.
Yeah.
Almost said This Is Us. That's not right.
No, it's totally.
So
different.
far, I fear. I think I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure because he has established himself as a really funny guy, and he did that one movie. Was it Keanu or with his cat or something?
Yeah.
Okay, that was good. And of course, Key and Peele, that show was great. Other than that, if he didn't have any of that, I would fear that he'd be the next M. Night. You know, he would set up a few of these twist movies because Us had a twist, right? You don't have to give it away, but that's where he's going for, right? So it's like, do you keep doing that? You know.
Yeah, I mean, his movies did have a twist to it, but it wasn't like, you know, stupid like M. Night Shyamalan. But, you know,
his first twists were good. His first couple twists, but yeah, then they got to you expected it,
what a twist!
And it's like, well, I really got to go crazy here, you know. But but
I don't see him doing that. His works are pretty grounded.
That's good.
You do. I mean, they do have a little bit of comic relief to them, but you don't get that bleed through.
No,
you know, like it's not a skit. Movie.
Get Out was crazy. I mean, that whole idea is just like, wow, it's mind blowing. And I still got to see Us. And then is Nope about aliens? Do we know much about the plot yet?
I don't. Okay. I don't know much about the plot yet.
I do like that though. You see something scary? Nope. I think that's what he's going for. I'm guessing that's. Exactly. I look forward to that trailer. That looks cool, and I'm so happy. Stephen Yeun's getting a lot more work than just Walking Dead. Like, you know, he was the voice of Invincible, I believe, the main. Great. I mean, he's just a fantastic actor, and
he was nominated for an Oscar last year.
That's right. For oh crap, it wasn't Parasite, was it? No, it wasn't Parasite. It was something. Yeah, I can't remember, but I should know that. That would have been something though. But yeah, that's awesome. I look forward to that. Yeah, definitely.
Moving on, Channing Tatum has been whining like a little bitch.
At least he's honest, right?
Yeah.
He's an honest little bitch.
He needs to get off Twitter. Anyway. So he's been talking about a couple of canceled / delayed movies.
Yes.
The biggest one that jumped out to me was Gambit. Of course, he said that losing out on Gambit caused him to boycott the MCU films, which made zero sense because Marvel had nothing to do with Gambit. That was all Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was like, "Oh, I couldn't watch them because, you know, I'm so disappointed I didn't get to play Gambit." Which I never really saw him as Gambit.
I've seen the artwork.
I didn't either, and I didn't understand it. And they were really, I mean, do you remember like every interview? Oh yeah, he can do the accent. Which means to me in my head, no, he couldn't.
Yeah,
not at all.
I think
exactly.
I heard some of it. It wasn't bad, and there was artwork about. It wasn't like official artwork. It was like fan art, and I could see it. And he was growing his hair long and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's a make or break. I don't think it would have been terrible, but
It wouldn't have been good.
The only thing great that came out of this whole thing was when they had all the Comic-Cons, or one of the big Comic-Cons, they had all the Marvel people up on stage with Stan Lee, and Channing Tatum saved Stan Lee's life at that time. Well, I don't know for sure, but he about fell off the damn stage, and Channing Tatum caught him. So I guess that's one thing we can give to him possibly playing Gambit. But well, what's everyone think about him with Gambit? Should it ever come to life, or just leave it alone? Like, have him stay away from it? What does everyone think? I know what Bill and Mitch think, but Steve and Megan.
Stay away.
Stay away?
Mm-hmm.
Steve should be a casting director. Channing Tatum just approaches him. Stay away. Move along.
Next.
Next.
That'll be $10,000 for my 1 second of wisdom.
Did everyone like Gambit in Wolverine Origins? I forgot who played him.
No.
Okay.
No. It was terribly done.
Yeah.
As somebody who grew up in the 90s reading the X-Men comics and being a big fan of Gambit.
Yeah, the cartoon for me, yeah. I want that iconic look. I know it might seem ridiculous, but that was the 90s. And yeah, I was just like, what the hell's this, man? Who's this guy? Yeah.
He's also not nearly as old as Wolverine is. So
why the
fuck would you put him in the 60s and as like a young guy?
Yeah, that was just a mess of a
Whatever.
film. Yeah, I can't wait for Gambit to get his due, and I'm sure the MCU will introduce. If I was the MCU, I would have it, and I would introduce the X-Men just like the cartoon with all those characters, and then you can go back and bring past X-Men into the team or whatever. But yeah, Gambit definitely has to appear, and to get someone to play that's going to be a challenge. But I don't know.
He's such an iconic character too.
Right.
That, like, why would you give that to somebody like Channing Tatum? He has one mode, and it's like, squint and be whiny. I don't fucking know.
He can dance.
That's not Gambit to me.
He can dance.
He can take his shirt off and like show his fucking man.
What if they offer him the stunt double job for Gambit? Here, stand here. When that explodes, duck. Yeah.
Well, speaking of stupid ideas for movies, there was also a planned 21 Jump Street and Men in Black crossover.
No.
That Channing Tatum says could still happen, but Sony isn't motivated. Maybe because they realized what a dog shit idea that is.
Well, they tried another dog shit idea that was MIB4 or whatever that was called. Had Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson.
And that's what I was wondering if it wasn't going to be a crossover with like Chris Hemsworth and whatever her name is that escapes me at the moment.
I like the first MIB film. Second one not so much. Third one was kind of a return. The highlight point was Josh Brolin playing young Tommy Lee Jones. I could see a whole movie of him doing that. But yeah, I will say first Men in Black really captured the whole what they were going for. I think it was based off a comic, maybe Steve might know. Became an animated series, which was fantastic. They really got into the character development. But yeah, this crossover is crazy because 21 Jump Street was based off a serious cop show, even though it was kind of a ridiculous idea of these men in their 20s posing as high schoolers and stuff. But I liked the first 21 Jump Street. The second one was good, but it just kind of got over the top, like poking fun at I don't know, it just became something else. And that's what it would be like if it crossed over with MIB. There'd be like dick jokes and aliens and shit. Yeah. And it's just they're not even in the same like tone, really. It's just.
No.
I'm excited for the James Bond Care Bears crossover.
Yeah, right? I mean, my God.
Who's playing James Bond, Steve?
Channing Tatum.
No. Is he going to try a British accent? No. Hello, governor.
He's going to voice Carol Bear or whatever the fuck it is.
I care for you. I don't know. Oh, God. Yeah, well, my kids will like it.
I will bathe you in my rainbows.
It's a way for me to introduce James Bond to my kids. It's like, yeah, Care Bears. Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah. That'll be a... Or Tom Holland, maybe. I mean, that was the idea he had. I don't know.
No. All right.
Yeah.
Speaking of Tom Holland again.
Nice segue.
He wants he wants Amazing Spider-Man 3 to happen.
I do too.
He was very impressed by Andrew Garfield's performance in No Way Home. He felt that he really made amends with the character and kind of won back the general public, which I 110% agree with.
Yes.
Garfield's still open to reprising the role. Who knows? We might see him in a future Sony project or something like that. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I love Garfield. I'm glad he came back. Yeah.
I definitely would love to see an Amazing Spider-Man 3.
He got screwed, man. Yeah. Yep.
Before I saw No Way Home, I never would have said that.
I know you didn't like him, and I was like, oh, I kind of liked him more than I really liked him. I really wanted him to get a third film, and Sony panicked.
You know, he totally redeemed that.
Yeah.
Iteration of Spider-Man for me.
Just in a look too. I mean, I already was sold, but that look when he, I don't want to give it away, but you know what I'm talking about. Like, holy shit! Like, I think that probably won you over, right, Bill? Or any doubters? Like, he's good.
Know what?
Yeah.
And since I've seen No Way Home, I went back and watched Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I'm just like, man, you know what a studio or a director that like actually gave a shit about the character would do for this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. I think that's what a lot of it was the writing and a lot of the studio involvement and stuff like that kind of put me off on it. But
I dug some of the decisions they did, and the big eye costume in the second one. The Rhino thing was interesting. It was like an Iron Man type of thing. Obviously, they didn't do much with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can take the goods, right, and lead with that. But I think the big rumor mill is about Emma Stone because she's big still. Talking about her coming back as Spider-Gwen, that would be amazing. I think would literally amazing.
That would be too.
I don't know if it's like her own movies, but she was so great as Gwen Stacy, and that really brought her into the forefront to play more parts because she was kind of like the comedic background and stuff. And so
I will say that she did a lot better job as Gwen Stacy than Bryce Dallas Howard.
Oh yeah. That was so one-dimensional. That whole Spider-Man 3 was just a mess, but. Yeah, you just kind of forgive all the mistakes when they all reunited on screen. I could accept them all, and for the goods and bads
too. Like a lesson I kind of learned with this is that like you can't really blame the actor for what the studio did.
No,
Nope. So I mean,
not at all.
It is what it is. I'd love to see a 3 happen, but we'll see. Another Spider-Man villain getting their own spin-off story is Madam Webb. Reportedly being played by Dakota Johnson.
Not bad, I think.
I can kind of see it. News broke on her Instagram account. Being worked on by the same writers behind Morbius.
Okay. I haven't seen that yet.
It's coming April 1st.
Right.
We'll see if maybe that's just
or is it?
Joke.
Yeah.
Or is it?
Nothing can officially be April 1st.
Joke from Sony.
Right. Haha, yeah.
And there was some Twitter frustration, and by Twitter frustration I mean like one or two people that were like, "Oh, she's not being played by a blind actor." Like, really? Pick your hill to die on.
Take that last word. It's called acting.
Charlie Cox wasn't blind. Spoiler alert.
Okay, yeah. If there's a well-known blind actor, go for it. But I mean, this is getting stupid, It's like we're dissecting everything. It's fucking acting.
It's social media culture. Everybody needs something to be offended by, or their day is just ruined.
No, yeah, this is just
fucking stupid.
Well, it's like, okay, so for gangsters, do you actually want real life? And actually, real life gangsters have played gangsters, but do you actually want someone who's killed people and went to jail and got out and all this shit? Like, do you really want that?
Break them out of jail, get them a work release. Put real criminals on
Star kills director.
Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Right. It's just getting dumb. I don't have any problem. I think she's a great actress, and she was from The Social Network. Everyone, I think, seen that. That was like her first film, I think. But I don't know too much about Madam Webb. Can you guys fill us in, you and Steve, or whoever knows?
I don't.
I think she's more. So she's kind of been like a Yoda character to Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
I guess if you wanted to compare it to anything, she's had more involvement with like the Spider Women characters than she has with Spider-Man.
Oh,
as far as I know in the comics.
I only know of Spider-Gwen, or I guess there is a Spider-Woman in there.
Yeah, like the Spider women characters have been more like mystical based, and I think that's what Madam Web does. She's kind of like a mystical spider totem or something like that. I don't really know a whole hell of a lot.
I don't either. I honestly, I'm still finding out more about these other spider people, like Spider Pig, like, which is ridiculous, but it kind of worked for that one movie. But
you know what, the comic book of that though doesn't take itself too seriously. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in there that's just goofy, beyond ridiculous, but it's
made for kids.
Play it off straight, you know.
Right. Yeah.
But we'll see. I'm glad they're I kind of like Sony's take where they're doing these spin-offs of like, you know, minor characters, so to speak,
right,
from Spider-Man, and kind of giving them a place. Not to say that Venom by any means was a minor character, but like, I think it's kind of cool to see what they're willing to work with. It
is a big gamble because you wonder if Venom would have even got his own movie if he hadn't appeared at all, like in Spider-Man 3, you know? Like, would he have just gotten his own movie like this Madam Web possibly will? Like, it just seems very, you know, it almost seems like you should introduce those into, like, all those characters in the movie, like, very short, and then if people have enough interest, go for a movie or something like that.
Well, and I think they're going to expand on that. Like, Sony and Marvel both are going to expand on that with Spider-Man and possibly with like Doctor Strange and stuff like that. But
it's very confusing though. It's like they're both kind of doing their universe, so it's like, are they going to merge? Or I mean, they can't really merge because they're different studios. So I don't know. It's a mess. I don't get it.
I've said this. Well, I've said this before, and of course, you know, with Andrew Garfield wanting to reprise the role, the background poster in the Morbius trailer of, you know, Spider-Man with the word murderer spray painted over him. Yeah. That's Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. So we'll see. I don't know.
That's cool. That's a way to bring his character. That could be, in a way, a third one, or kind of like, all right, do people really want a third one? This is the next test here. Yeah. Very interesting.
It'd be cool to see him pop up every now and then kind of feel it out from there.
Yeah. But, I'm excited for Morbius. It looks great. They keep pushing it out. I don't know why. I hope they're not butchering it. You know, a lot of too many cooks in the kitchen thing happening. But rumor is they want to put Garfield in there. I have no freaking idea, but just speculation.
We'll see.
I hope it's good. I hope Jared Leto, I will say, I saw him in House of Gucci. Like, he is a great actor. I really think that his methods, yes, are kind of out there and annoying. Like, I can't imagine working with him if it would be a good experience or not. But yeah, I think Morbius looks great, and yeah.
So, going into our next topic here, Warner Brothers is being sued by Village Roadshow for putting Matrix Resurrections on HBO Max. This was reported earlier in the week, I believe, by Variety.
Whoa.
They feel that Warner Brothers sabotaged the theatrical release by not consulting Village Roadshow about the decision to put it on HBO Max. I haven't seen the movie, so I'll let
I've seen it.
Take it away. Do you think that it... granted, I have my own thought on simultaneous releases for both the theater and streaming. I think like there should be a gap there.
I do too.
They should wait until it's out of theaters to put it on streaming. But
it's nice, but I don't want the theaters to suffer because of it. You know, I want them to have a chance to make the money first. And if I really want to go, I'll go see it. You know, and actually, Matrix Resurrections, I didn't even know was on HBO Max. I did go see it in the theater. So yeah, and then I got home and I was like, oh, it's on HBO Max. Okay, I'm still glad I saw it in the theater. But yeah, I don't like. Yeah, I believe it's sabotage, just like Black Widow. That totally screwed things up. I mean, why would you do that? People can get it for free and not leave their house. Like, yeah, they're gonna take that road unless they're like they really love to see things on the big screen and the whole experience, which I do. But also, it's hard to get away too. So,
I would think like, you know, with a movie that's potentially as big as another Matrix movie, you'd want it to be exclusively in theaters.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I thought they were doing away with that. Has anyone here seen Resurrections? I know Steve wanted to. Anybody?
Yeah, I saw it.
You did?
Yeah. I'm kind of glad I saw it on HBO.
Oh yeah.
No
spoilers, Steve. Have you seen it? I don't want to give any Just in case, Mitch, you were going to.
I won't be so bad, but I've heard so many mixed things.
Yeah.
It feels like a soft reboot of the same thing that you saw the first time, but just with some different storylines. It doesn't really hold my attention very well when it comes to that movie. It just, I don't know, there was something really seriously lacking, and it wasn't the characters, and they made it feel like there's going to be more. So I don't know. We'll see.
I think so far there's not, just because of how much it made. I think it's a nice, if it's the last one, I think it's a pretty nice bookend. I think I enjoyed it more than the last Matrix films, but it does definitely go back to those films. It goes back to the first one a lot in many ways. You'll even see it.
Do you think that maybe like the early critic reactions to it, because I know like at first it wasn't received very well. Do you think that played a part in it being?
No, I don't think so.
It depends on if you go by critics, you know, in the big tomato. Yeah, of course. Yeah. I've made my own comments on like I don't really give a shit about the tomato meter or whatever, but do you think that like might have influenced Warner Brothers' decision, like, oh, nobody seems to like it, so we're just going to put it out there on HBO Max? Well, if you pay for a subscription to HBO Max, you get the movie and you get all this other stuff, so you got that. So even if the movie sucks, you still got other great stuff to watch. The theater, you risk going out, paying the money for the ticket, not being able to see it many times, just one time, all that. So I could see,
I mean, theaters don't thrive off of ticket sales alone.
No, concessions and stuff.
The majority of their money on concessions. But
I don't know if it would have caught fire. Like if it was just in the theaters. Honestly, I don't know. Very mixed reactions I had with the film. I didn't hate it, but I don't know. Some of me is like, is this written really great, or is it just shitty? You know what I mean? Like, is there a bigger idea behind this, or is it really just what it kind of presents to me? It's very...
By no means was it a bad movie. It just
it's a big rehash, kind of. Yeah.
It should have been a release like what they did, and not in the movie theaters, because that would have been like, oh my god, I just spent $20 on tickets and then another $30 on food.
Yeah.
When I could have easily sat in my home, grilled a nice ribeye, and enjoyed a halfway okay movie.
Right. Well, the visuals though, I'm still not. Streaming's great, but yeah, like you said, like anyone said before, if your internet, let's just call it your internet. If it's not that great, it's going to suffer. And so, a movie like The Matrix has got big ideas in it and big visuals. So, in the theater, it's the best. But yeah, if you don't really care about that, or like you just don't have time to go to the theater, I totally get people just going on HBO Max. But if there was a gap, I think HBO Max would still probably get the subs they want. But yeah, I don't know if it would have been, I can't even recall how much it made, but it was not what they wanted. So, but yeah, I think that sabotages the movie for sure, if you have that choice. And the critics, of course, but I look forward to Steve watching it. Maybe once we all see it, we can talk about it on a different show, the Resurrections. But still got mixed feelings about it. Is writing that good, or is it that simple? I can't tell. There was a lot of kind of vague things there. About the project itself versus the outside world. It doesn't make sense what I'm saying. I get it, but it's just see the film and we'll talk. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about that.
All right, Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah,
really see the whole series.
I've seen it all. Anybody else?
I've seen all but the last episode.
Okay, well, we'll do non-spoilers pretty much. Started. Okay, well, just overall non-spoilers, I guess. What people feel. Does that sound good? Everyone?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
They all die. Sorry.
Darth Vader comes back. No,
again.
Leading into Obi-Wan. No, I'm just kidding.
I just look forward to if you've seen the last episode. Jar Jar Binks show I'm so excited about. Aren't you, Bill?
Oh, stop it.
Misa back!
Misa back. Misa got
Who was
back.
that?
That was my Jar Jar. Sorry.
Oh, that's not bad.
Okay, dokie. That's more of like Elmo. Yeah, I don't know.
I will say I enjoyed it a lot more than some diehard Star Wars fans seem to. There's a lot of people out there that are like, oh, it's not that great. Yeah. What do you do to the character? Like, I don't know. There's things I don't know. Overall, I'd say I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
A terrible show. It wasn't like, for me, it wasn't like Hawkeye where I was just like, oh, just get on with it already.
Mm-hmm.
I was invested in the story the entire time, but
all these shows have hits and misses to me. None of them have really been solid to me anyway. Maybe Mandalorian season 2 was pretty solid, but there's filler episodes and so on, and episodes that don't make sense, kind of, but are cool. I don't want to give too much away with Book of Boba Fett, but it does take a little turn for a little bit. If I had to
describe it as anything, it'd be probably, I don't know, I'd say it's more like Mandalorian season 2.5.
Yes. Sadly, yeah.
A standalone thing, but I don't think that really takes away from it, though. So, I mean, I'm not going to spoil anything on it, but there was actually a YouTuber actually got a job for this show.
Nice.
Super cool. So there was a YouTuber that does a lot of deep fake stuff where he like basically puts somebody's face on, somebody else's body kind of thing. And the way he got this job was he took the final scene from Mandalorian season 2 where they had Luke Skywalker showed up, and he actually improved it so it looked more like Mark Hamill. And people that run the show saw it and they're like, "Hey, you want a job?" So he came on as a senior facial capture artist.
Wow.
That was cool.
That explains a lot, because I was impressed. Yeah. It still saw some issues, but not as much as that oh god, that ruined it. I'm sorry. I knew who it was before they put Hamill. Yes, the season 2 finale, and I hope I'm not giving it away to everybody, but loved everything until he took the hood up, and I'm like, you lost me. I'm sorry. Like I'm still going with it, but you really took me out of it.
And he does the YouTuber's name is Shamuk. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right or not, but he does a lot of stuff on his channel. If you go and take a look at it, he retweaked the scenes from Rogue One with Peter Cushing and Carrie Fisher.
Good.
And they look 100 times better. He's done a bunch of other stuff where he puts like Sebastian Stan's face on Luke Skywalker's face from like Return of the Jedi.
Yep.
I mean, he does a phenomenal job. I really hope they keep utilizing him if this is going to be a new like Star Wars trope where they,
yes, because
take a past character and like
just recast
a younger actor.
Yeah,
just recast. I mean, that's ultimately, I think,
if you're going to get Sebastian Stan, which I think he wants to do the job. Like if you're going to do a Luke series, let's say this other stuff is cool and all, but there kind of is in the performance. There is kind of some kind of fakeness there. You know what I mean? It doesn't, like for instance, his last voice. If Luke Skywalker was in this season, his voice was great, but it was computerized. Actually, they say it was actually computerized. Yeah. So
they used forget the name of the program they used, but it's basically where they like take samples of somebody's voice.
Yeah, and
then you can just like type into a computer what you want them to say, and it just throws it out there.
I will train you, Goku. Yes, I will. Yeah. Like that.
So you should have done that to Stephen Hawking.
Yes. May the force be with you. Actually, Steve can do a good one.
I don't think his CPU could process the Windows 10 update. That's what caused his death. But,
oh God, Jesus!
Sorry, that's a dark joke.
His last words were "fuck."
Fucking Windows 98.
R.I.P. You're with us still. Yes, but anyway, yeah, it did feel kind of like fake. Joke, it felt like, it felt fake.
It did feel fake.
Even though it was cool, it felt fake. So, yeah. Just get a fucking actor. I'm sorry. We already recasted Han Solo, even though that movie, a lot of people didn't like that film. I'm okay with that guy coming back. I think, it's just the direction. I don't know. Or recast him, whatever. But
they missed the mark on Solo so bad. Like, they didn't even try to find a guy that looked like Harrison Ford. They just were like, all right, this'll do.
They picked some extra who was off getting coffee for Roland Emmerich.
I still want to see. I still want to see the other cut of Solo. Like, it wasn't really that bad.
The 21 Jump Street cut.
Well, I mean, they claimed a lot of ridiculousness. Like, these directors were from the Lego Movie, I think, and I don't know if it's just like someone joking or they're like talking out of their butts or something. Like, was it really that fucking goofy? Like, it must have been bad, I guess, but was it?
Well, they said that they had a script and that they let them just ad-lib a lot. And it got to the point where they weren't making any progress on the actual movie. They were just ad-libbing every day. And so there was delays galore, and it was just horrible.
So Ghostbusters 2016, pretty much, that's what they were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Except
a lot of
maybe
queef
more
jokes.
Funny. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, some people still think, like, we'll never see that cut, probably. Maybe when we're in our 80s, It'd be like the Snyder cut. I don't know. Was it better? I still like Solo, but yeah, it definitely suffered from all this behind the scenes stuff. But yeah, getting back to, if they're going to bring people back, if it's like a short scene, I guess the CG's fine, right? And that's great. But I think over time, it's like, we're not going to buy this shit unless it's actually an actor doing the work. Someday I think someday the fakes will get there, the computers and shit, which will be really scary. People have thought about that, like, do they have to get permission from their estates and all this jazz and whatever? But I don't know. But yeah, Boba Fett, I think it could have been better. People have bitched about him taking his helmet off a lot. If this was a prequel, I would really, understand people bitching, but he kind of changed after Jedi, so that's how you can explain it. Yes, I don't like him taking his helmet off either. I like the mystic quality, especially if you're trying to run a town and maybe put a little fear in people, like taking your helmet off all the time and revealing that you're just this human dude, I definitely like the new ride for The Mandalorian. I think that was a nice callback, and it was, we didn't really get to see that... was it a Starfighter? Is that what they called it? I can't remember. Episode 1.
One Starfighter.
You never got to see much of those, and I was hoping those were going to be the X-Wings of the prequels, but you just didn't really see them again after the first film. So it was a nice treat to see this souped up, and I love the flying scenes with pretty much everything in the show, even with Slave One or Fire Spitter, what do they call it now?
Fire Spray. Yeah. Which is actually I'm going to sound like a huge nerd by saying this. It's actually the technical name for the ship.
Where did Slave One come from then?
What's that?
Who came up with Slave One then? What was that?
I have no freaking clue.
Okay.
To my knowledge, it's never even been actually said in the movies.
Right. Not much has been said about Boba Fett,
gotta
really.
Get to Slave One, but yeah. They had to change it to be more woke, I guess.
Right. Like, Slave Leia is called something else now, too, I think. I'm not sure.
Fire Spray Leia.
That sounds like a porn name. Like,
hey,
one, like a dominatrix porn name.
I'd watch that. No, I'm just kidding.
That's an ad.
Yeah.
Are you spraying fire? Check out the all new Bengay. I don't know.
Use the force.
Justice bread.
Oh God. Okay, moving on.
Yes.
I'll be here all week.
Yes, the Oscars.
What do we think about the nominations?
Every year I kind of get... I love the Oscars growing up. I still love them. They're still the only award show I'll watch. I'm excited, but yeah, I see a lot of kind of favorites in there, and yeah, you could say it's always been that way, but it just seems more than ever. Like snubs, there's a lot of snubs that I think
Lady Gaga.
Yeah, I've seen that film. I think. Have you seen that film too, Megan? House of Gucci.
House of Gucci?
Yes.
Not yet.
Okay, she was. Yeah, I thought she was good. A lot of people give her shit about her Italian accent. I don't give a shit. It sounded great to me. I'm not Italian, so that's my bold stance on it.
Do we think though, and not to start conspiracy theories here on our own show, and maybe there's an article on it, and I think Hollywood Reporter touched on it, but
yeah.
Do we think that Lady Gaga got snubbed by Kristen Stewart because it was a Diana's film? Do we think that?
They both played real people, though. But yeah, Diana was more. Yeah, I mean,
she was. A lot can be said about how she portrayed that character.
That's true. Yeah, well,
Diana was a lot better, though. I'm just going to come out and say it.
The movie?
Was a lot better.
The Spencer film?
The Kristen Stewart version. I just watched that the other night.
Yeah, pretty really impressed. Good. Yeah.
I was impressed.
Did you like the film, Megan? You liked her performance, right? Well, in some spots, but not the film. Is that right?
Because I've seen so many Kristen Stewart films and I just know her acting style, I liked it as a whole, but there were moments where she really was Kristen Stewart. Like there were some neck movements and some body movements that were supposed to like be Diana movements, but really felt more like Kristen Stewart's signature style movements.
Did she jump out of a tree to fly or anything like that?
No.
Okay, no. None of that. Okay, good. Good.
No.
See, that's what I was wondering about. I haven't seen it yet. I
want to see it just for a performance.
I definitely want to see it.
Yeah.
It doesn't take away from the film.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But
that's
if you just know her style and I caught it because that's the type of stuff that I watch for. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't take away from the film. I'm just like, ooh, that's a Kristen Stewart thing. And I think I told Josh it was like a total of maybe 3 times that I saw it very quick. Probably didn't even pick up on it if you weren't like analyzing it in that way.
Right. But yeah, her accent and everything is great, isn't it? Like for the most part. I mean, from what I saw in the trailer, shockingly good, right? Like, is this her? Like, it doesn't even look like her entirely. I mean, they did a pretty good job, I thought, from what I've seen just in the trailers. But I think they're talking about Jessica Chastain maybe taking the spot from Gaga. But I could see Stewart as well. I have seen The Eyes of Tammy Faye. That is on HBO Max. If anyone wants to go check that out before Oscars. I will say her performance was great. There was times where it was really, the prosthetics looked a little too heavy to take, as the real thing. But other than that, like great performance. I really didn't, this movie really, caught my attention when the trailers came out. And I never thought I would give a shit about Tammy Faye, because to me, they were just crooks, and her and Jim Baker. So it's about their life and all that. But mostly it's based off her book, the same name. She did a great job. Andrew Garfield plays Jim Baker in that film. Great cast for the most part. And the film's pretty solid, I think. But yeah, she really did great. Aside from the prosthetics kind of getting too much throughout the film. But yeah, captured her voice well. Looks, I mean, everything looked great, and I think she definitely deserved that nomination. It is tough when there are so many, but hell, they've nominated so many Best Pictures before, It's like, I don't know why they don't do that and maybe they have the actors too. It's like, if you're limited, why don't we just increase it a little bit? But I did not see all these performances, so I know.
They always say too, like, when they're talking to the actresses on the red carpet, like, oh, it's just an honor to be nominated. Like, I don't know. I know you can't nominate everybody just for sake of time and sake of, not wanting it to be like a participation trophy. But
I think, I'm a little torn on that. Like, yeah, I totally get that part. But yeah, I think it wouldn't be amazing to be nominated out of all the films that come out every year. I think it does kind of help you in the industry, especially when they introduce you in films, in the credits, or not in the credits, but like the previews and all that stuff. But,
Olivia, who I'm happy to see back.
Yeah.
Kristen Dunst, who we have not, seen for a while.
Yes.
In terms of nominations. I know she's been in a couple of indie films. She's had more of a quiet career since her childhood, but that and Will Smith, I'm happy to see him back on there, and I'm happy. I think that King Richard, although I didn't see it, I want to see it, and I think that was a really good role for him.
Excellent film.
Yeah.
I really hope he takes it, because I just feel like anything Will Smith is in, he just, well, I shouldn't say anything, because there's been some duds, but
yes.
I'm really happy for him to see him back on that list.
And I still haven't seen that, and I think that was on HBO Max for a while. I'm not sure if it's back, but Steve, you believe in the nomination for him?
Yeah, absolutely. I think I told the story of what I thought King Richard was before I went to see it, but
oh, well, no, I didn't hear it. What is it?
Okay, so my wife wanted me to go see this movie with her parents, and it was called King Richard. And I know my wife is a big fan of like the royal families and all this stuff. And so I thought it was just some fucking period piece.
Starring Kenneth
Branagh. Going to watch, right. And we get all the way to the movie theater, and we sit down, and all of a sudden, there's Will Smith. I'm like, what is fucking happening right now? And he was driving around in a van, and it's just, it was just this weird, and then it hit me, what I was watching.
Yeah.
And so going into it very blind was awesome, because the movie, it just blew me away. I think any sports fan, you don't have to like tennis, but any sports fan, I think, needs to see this movie. And even if you're not a sports fan, it transcends that from a motivational, like rags to riches type situation. It was really good.
It's his third nomination, I believe, too. He had one for Ali and then Pursuit of Happiness. So this is third nomination. But yeah, it's an intense category. You got Denzel Washington. I didn't see Tragedy of Macbeth. It looks really good. I want to see that. I think he's won supporting actor and actor for Glory and Training Day. Yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch. Javier Bardem. I haven't seen Being the Ricardos. Has anyone seen that? It's about, Desi and Lucille Ball. It's like a week in their life or something. It's on Amazon Prime. People want to see that. That's on my list. I've got so many damn things on my list to watch here. Andrew Garfield. That's awesome. He was nominated. I think that was great. Tick, Tick, Boom. Have not seen. It's on Netflix. He plays Jonathan Larson, who created Rent, the big musical that, was very popular in the 90s. So Andrew Garfield's great. And, I wouldn't be surprised if he was nominated for Jim Baker as well. But yeah, this is really good. I'm really happy to see him there. It might be his first nomination. I'm not quite sure. The funny thing is about Kirsten Dunst is that her husband, well, I don't know if they're married, but her boyfriend, father of her child, Jesse Plemons, is also nominated. They were both nominated in the same film, The Power of the Dog. Have not seen that. Heard good things. They actually play a couple in the film. But yeah, they found out together when they were in bed with their kids. And yeah, so I was just really laid back, learning that you're nominated for an Oscar. That was kind of a cool story. And it's a rare thing for, couples to be nominated at the same time like that. Spielberg, he got nominated for Best Director. West Side Story. Did not see West Side Story. Anybody here seen that film?
No, I haven't seen
it. Who was it that said they saw it and they liked it? I can't remember.
I mean, it's obviously it's a remake from the 60s one. It was also nominated for Best Picture this time around. So it could be another Stars Born. Stars Born was great, the Bradley Cooper one, but man, didn't really get any awards except the song. Of course, that's not surprising. So I don't know if I kind of think that one will get snubbed quite a bit. But yeah, I've seen out of the Best Pictures, I've seen Don't Look Up. I recommend seeing that. It's on Netflix. I thought that was really solid film, kind of depressing, because if you see it, it really makes you feel like, yeah, that's the world we live in. That's how this film would probably be accurate on. Dune. Steve, I know you've seen Dune. I got nominated. Great visuals. It's only the first part of 2, I believe.
12 nominations. Or wait, 10. Ooh. 10 nominations.
No Best Director, though. Isn't that kind of shitty?
Which is complete bullshit. But
that's what
whatever.
Josh Brolin said. Fucking dumb, I think he said. Yeah.
Yeah.
None of that makes sense, because it's like, okay, wait a minute. Yeah, I remember back in 98, okay, I saw Saving Private Ryan. Love that film. That is like the best war film to me. Shakespeare in Love, same year. So Spielberg gets the best director, and then the best picture comes, and it's Shakespeare in Love. And that was when I was like, wait a minute. How does I get it more now, but back then I was like, wait a minute, how come the best director did not get the best picture as well? Like, what the hell? I thought that was
it's
shitty.
Weird that there was no nomination for that, but
Yeah,
I mean,
it
I
is
don't know about. I know it's up for best picture. I don't know that it'll get it, but I mean,
Yeah,
score, cinematography, effects. I think this is going to take home a few.
I think, for production design, you got Dune, you got Nightmare Alley, and you got West Side Story, Macbeth, Power of the Dog. Yeah, that's a tough one. A Nightmare Alley I want to see. That's on Hulu and HBO Max right now. Great visuals. It's a Del Toro film. So I think that would probably win the production design. Dune is really close, though, in my book. So I thought everything in that film felt real and, just everything was top notch. I thought.
Yeah, almost flawless.
Yeah, visual effects. You got Dune. You got Free Guy. No Time to Die. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Spider-Man: No Way Home. A lot of people are bitching about Spider-Man not getting Best Picture. I loved Spider-Man: No Way Home, but I don't think it deserves Best Picture. Unless you have a popular category, I guess. But what do you guys feel? Do you feel that should have got a nomination?
I think we're still a long way off from superhero movies getting Best Picture nominations.
I need their own award shows.
It seems like that's kind of a taboo.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, like when they nominated Black Panther, I was like, that's a stretch to me. I'm sorry. I like Black Panther, but I didn't feel like it was, these Best Picture to me are more artsy films. I don't know. I could be wrong. But I will say visual effects, that's a tough one for me. Who's seen Free Guy here? I thought that was really well done. The effects.
Visual. I mean, it was like being in a video game. Like,
yeah, they did a good job.
I thought that was good, but I don't know. I mean, No Way Home obviously is probably one of my top 10 favorite movies of all time. But
sure, yeah. No Time to Die was shot very well. Yeah. I'm just kind of picking favorites here. Megan, if anything comes to mind, let me know. We've talked about Olivia Spencer, right? Well, maybe we haven't here, but
Olivia Spencer.
Wait, you know what? Colman? I think I created the actress. Yeah, Olivia Colman.
I was like, who's Olivia?
Hey, Josh, edit this out, okay? You had it right the whole time. Olivia Colman got nominated. Megan, tell us.
I saw The Lost Daughter. I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
That also has Dakota Johnson in it as well.
Oh, nice.
I thought she did a phenomenal job in that, but she does a phenomenal job in everything that she's in.
Yeah.
And I think that's just because she's older and wiser and she understands her craft. There's something to be said about that.
Yes.
Also, I don't know, and I'll have to go back and look. I don't know how Maggie Gyllenhaal is involved, but she was in all of the press. I don't know if she's the
director.
She was the director?
I think she was, or writer. But I thought I remembered
somebody. I just know
she's something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone wants to look that up, go for it.
I think Josh, you described her perfectly. She is something.
Yeah. She is involved in something. She is something. I don't know.
Of all the people,
Rachel
Dwayne's desires, Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
I would describe that film as more of an indie film, so I'm actually shocked that it even showed up, but happy that it showed up because there's a lot to say about the craftsmanship of that film.
Mm-hmm.
There were times where I would approach it in the sense of suspenseful because I wasn't sure what the outcome would be or what would happen, and
sure,
it definitely was intriguing and kept you engaged. So,
where can we find Lost Daughter? Do you know? Is it on any streaming?
It's on Netflix.
Okay. Great. That's what's nice about this. You can pretty much watch all of these without, you can get a bundle at Cinemark, I believe, for the best pictures. It's like $35 and you go throughout the week to see the films. I'm really tempted, but it is also nice that you can stay at home and see them. I know we were talking about that earlier with the Matrix and stuff. So it's kind of like a, double-edged sword there, but it is nice that, the average person has a chance to see what's nominated out there. Encanto, I haven't seen yet. My kids love it. Don't Talk About Bruno is a thing. I have no freaking idea. Anyone experienced Encanto?
Great song. Great song.
film.
Amazing song.
Yeah.
Probably will win.
Great song,
I'm guessing.
great movie.
Nice. And I think that's on
I've
Disney
only seen
Plus.
it about I've only seen it about 5 different times. But that's because my daughter's obsessed with it.
Sure. I'm kidding. Dad, you're watching Encanto? No.
I definitely don't watch it on my own profile.
Yes, so
Late at night when I'm trying to sleep and dance to the song. I don't know.
I don't know anything about it.
They actually played that at the daddy daughter dance we went to.
Oh,
I was
cool.
surprised they played that song. Yeah.
Really? Not bad. Yeah,
He's like, that's the Bruno song. I'm like, yeah, I haven't heard that a million fucking times.
I know. I've heard it. My kids don't talk about Bruno, I think, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. So I have yet to see it. But makeup and hairstyling, Coming to America got nominated, guys. Wow, I was I had a double take on that one for makeup, of course.
That's a pity nomination.
Yeah, I mean, yes, the makeup was good on some people. Some was obvious. It was like, Jesus, really? But that's the only nomination it got. So, Cruella, that's pretty good. Dune, makeup, not bad there. Eyes of Tammy Faye. Hit and miss for me. Like I said, younger Tammy Faye was a lot better. When they got older, it got more jowls, and it just looked fake, in my opinion, than the real person. They definitely got the makeup around the eyes, though. They always capture that pretty well. House of Gucci. House of Gucci makeup. I don't think that's got a chance, to be honest. But there was really nobody done up big in that film. But, yeah, it looks... that's pretty much all I've got. Kind of just, pick things here and there. There's so much to go over otherwise. But, yeah, anything else before we move away from the Oscars? Should do another live stream or live chat on Twitter. That was fun. I think we did that 2 years ago. It's pretty fun. So, but yeah, hey, I'll tune in. I hope it's better than last year. Last year was kind of really low key, and I just couldn't get into it. There's no
Seth Green, or not Seth Green. What's his name? Seth Rogen. Woo, Seth Green. That goes back. Wrong.
I'm glad you brought Seth Rogen up, though. Bill's favorite person.
Oh, shut it. Anyway.
Didn't he say something about the Oscars are dead or something like that?
That's because he's got nothing nominated. I think he needs to shut up.
He says a lot of things that literally nobody agrees with and nobody asks. So,
yeah.
That's funny.
Well, some Facebook comment was, or when they shared that news, I put in the comments like, no, that's what they felt about Santa Inc. That was his big project he did for HBO Max, which is like shitty reviewed, like just bad. No one watched it. It was stupid. So like he's talented, but yeah, a lot of hits and misses, and I think he's just kind of annoyed he didn't get nominated or has ever been nominated. So I don't know, or not, or maybe he just doesn't give a shit. I don't know.
Maybe he'll get nominated for playing Donkey Kong.
He gave him a heart, guys. He gave him a heart. A heart of gold. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Donkey Kong's going to talk now, so all right. Right? He doesn't talk, right? He doesn't... Give me a joint. So moving into trailers. Lightyear. I don't think we've talked about this maybe ever, but obviously this is like an origin story of the fictional astronaut who inspired the toys, Toy Story. So this is like the real guy in that universe, I guess. Chris Evans is voicing Buzz Lightyear. There's a lot of uproar about that when it first broke. Why not Tim Allen? But I get it. It's a different... Tim Allen's older now, and also this is like a different character, really. It's not the toy. So it's kind of like, in real life, when you see Robert Pattinson on screen as Batman, and then you see that toy in the Target, you push the button, it sounds nothing like him. Just some generic...
That's what I was going to say. Yeah. Like, when have you ever heard a talking toy sound exactly like that?
They have to pay the actors. Yeah. I think this movie looks really good. Effects-wise, it's, it looks really fun. And it's, it's not going to be a Toy Story film. I think it's got a little seriousness to it. Yeah, I don't know. I was impressed.
Man.
Yeah.
It's Pixar. They can literally do no wrong.
No, not really. Maybe with the Cars films, those kind of were. I like the first Cars, but after that, I was like, what the hell is this shit? Like, where's the people? Where's the realism, guys? No, I'm kidding. Anyone else seen this trailer, impressed by it, looking forward to it? If it's successful, like, maybe they could explore the real Woody, I don't know, or any of these Toy Story characters. He's a porn star somewhere, I don't know.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's the name right there.
Woody.
That's the name that Pixar.
The real
Woody.
I'm exploring my Woody right now.
The real Woody.
Can we get Ron Jeremy? Oh, we can't. Shit. All right. Cross that off.
Dog is currently unavailable.
Man, he's aging too. Oh boy, he looks bad. Well, they won't call it Woody. What would they call it? They wouldn't call it Woody. Would they stick? I don't know.
No, it doesn't matter what you say.
No.
It's all Woody.
It's all Woody. All Woody. Yeah. I don't know, but I think that would be kind of cool, like a Western, Maybe he's a badass called
Spoiler
Woody.
alert, he's based off of Woody Allen.
What was it?
Woody Allen doesn't look that cool.
Was that one of his lines? I'm a real cowboy, so maybe it would be. But even that doesn't sound right anymore.
I got a snake in my boot.
That sounds like that song, I Want to Be a Cowboy or something from the 80s. Or
Be a cowboy,
yeah,
baby.
That's the soundtrack right there, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, though. Maybe they will explore more origins of the toys, like Mr. Potato Head,
Yes.
The potato farmer.
Potato Head.
Yeah. He got picked on. I don't know. Jurassic...
He gets bitten by a radioactive potato.
Worst power. You're edible. Ah! Yeah. Jurassic World 3, Dominion. I think that's...
Oh, my goodness.
Yes. Go ahead.
That looked phenomenal.
Preach. Yeah.
I'm still pissed about the little clone girl at the end of the...
Oh, man, that was weird.
One.
Oh, that was weird.
I had to. They're like me. They're alive. I'm like, you're not alive. You're a clone. Shut up. You just doomed the entire world. No, the shot of the original 3.
Yeah, that's all I'm there for. Yep. Sorry.
Oh, man. Like,
Jeff.
You know how much hype
Yeah.
Episode 7 would have gotten if they did that with Star Wars?
No shit. Yes.
Like, that's exactly what we wanted from Star Wars.
Remember how badass Luke was? He ran away. Yeah.
Yeah, he threw away his lightsaber. He's like, hey, didn't win it, go.
And drank titty milk.
I want to drink titty milk and pout.
I started a band. Sorry, we're going off track. Yeah.
Right. I mean, haven't we all at some point today?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes,
it's okay.
True.
No, but you got Jeff Goldblum back, Sam Neill, and Laura Dern. Like, come on. That's awesome. First time they're all together again since the first film. Laura Dern, Sam Neill were in the third film. Jeff Goldblum in the second film. So this is the first time they're all back. Jeff Goldblum had a part in the last film, which made no sense. Kind of stupid. He just talks a little bit, and that's about it. In a court setting about should dinosaurs live and shit.
Life finds a way.
Brilliant. Yes. No, this looks fun. This looks fun.
It does.
I like how
And no talking velociraptors in this one. So.
Well, that was a dream, though. To be fair, that was a dream. So.
It was a nightmare.
I thought 3 was better than 2, but yeah. I'm sorry, I did, but I know. But the whole World series is pretty much a remake of the originals, if you think about it. Not to give away the last film, but dinosaurs got loose in our backyard, pretty much. So it is cool to see the horseback riding with the dinosaurs and stuff. Like, can humanity and dinosaurs like share this world? I don't know what the time frame is from the last film, but the second one was odd. Like, there basically was it Ian Malcolm created the whole? No, I'm sorry, that's Jeff Goldblum's character. Who's the guy, the white uniform with the hat, who created Jurassic Park? I forgot.
John Hammond.
Okay. Now, I don't want to give the last one away, but you had John Hammond apparently had another friend. They both went in on this park and they dressed the same, which is fucking weird. But I don't know. The third one basically, it's kind of like the No Way Home. You accept all the shitty things that didn't make sense or just didn't play out. So this is a nice refresh from the last film, I'd say. But yeah, I'm excited to see them all back. You got a lot of callbacks in the imagery. You got Laura Dern taking her glasses off, like Sam Neill did in the original. They meet up again. They obviously aren't together. So, Jurassic World 3, Park 3, sorry, she had a family. They broke up, and he was just kind of the uncle that shows up or something. I don't know. The uncle she used to sleep with. Anyway, Chris Pratt's back, Bryce Dallas Howard. Yeah, I think this will be nice. I kind of hope this is it. I don't know where else you could go. Dinosaurs in space, maybe. I don't know, but
Jurassic World and Fast and the Furious crossover.
Vin Diesel
well,
riding.
We're already starting to bring them into the real world, and so that's where
Fast and the Furious or this?
No, Jurassic Park.
Yes. Well, it is scary in real life. They are talking about this.
More realistic than the Fast and the Furious.
That's true.
Steve, they went to space in the last one. It's realistic with duct tape. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
In a Honda Civic or whatever the fuck it was. Kitchen gloves. Oh God. Ugh. That needs to die. Yeah. Yeah. What? Everyone else? What'd you think about this trailer? Are you a big fan? Are you going to come back for this? Do you care? I don't know.
I'll watch it. I just, it's not cinematic brilliance.
The first one was really good, I thought, but yeah,
the first one with Chris Pratt was excellent, but I feel like they had to bring these guys back to complete the trilogy, but then also to keep the fans coming back, because I kind of feel like with the last movie that they did, it was just kind of like, okay, now we're done.
Yeah,
we're good.
Right,
we're good.
Yeah. I'm done after this, pretty much. I don't know.
It's gonna be the thing I'm worried about is that it's gonna ride too much on the nostalgia factor, and I really hope that's not the case. I hope it's a good movie.
Right, people are catching on to that. Yeah,
it's gonna be popcorn fare for the most part, I'm sure. But
yeah, I think so too. But yeah, hopefully it's got some heart in it, and I think it'll be a nice ending. I hope. I'll definitely see it for those characters alone. I'm really excited about that. So
Goldblum has to say life finds.
He already has, didn't he? Didn't he say it in the last one, Bill? I can't remember.
I don't remember if he
probably
said it in the
didn't
last one or not.
Hey, that or the shirt off scene with him just lounging, right? There you go.
There needs to be a shirt off scene with him lounging.
For no reason. Oh, it's hot in here.
Yes.
Like we pick up and that's what he's just doing. And he's like, oh, hey.
He's still on that table.
He's posing for a cover for his new book. He's like, oh, I didn't see you come in.
Excuse me.
I don't know if you heard me, but I was doing 1,000 reps there.
Oh no, that looks good. Looks good. We'll see what happens, but
this cologne is made with real bits of Velociraptor. 60% of the time, it works every time.
Okay, how excited were you though to see the one dinosaur that spits, like in the preview?
Oh, I know.
They've kept
Woody.
that one. Yes, they've kept that one completely out of the whole series except for the first movie, and now they're bringing it back, and I'm like, finally they're bringing it back.
What if they bring Wayne Knight back? He's all robotic and shit.
If he spits in the face of Dennis Nedry's son or something like that, I'm gonna lose that shit.
And then somebody walks by and says, see, nobody cares.
Hey, Mitch, it sounds like that spitting dinosaur was a core memory for you.
Oh, it was, yes.
That was scary shit.
It's in the face.
Mitch prefers dinosaurs that spit.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
It's exclusive.
It's like those spitting cobras.
That plan was never going to work in that movie. His big son trying to get off that island with the shaving cream and.
God, what was the name of those things in the movie?
The shaving cream?
Dilophosaurus.
Oh, I don't know. Spitfire.
It was a dinosaur.
It wasn't a real dinosaur. No, you're right.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Oh, no. I did not know that. I learned something
It's
today.
a variation of a dinosaur. It never had a neck. That was all done just for theatrical purposes to kill Wayne Knight.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get Jimmy Fallon back in this one. He'll do another dinosaur tutorial for us.
There you go.
Well, why didn't we get Sam Jackson?
In the book, he lived. In the book, he lived.
In the book, he does live, right?
Yes, he has a robotic arm.
Right.
For reals. Yeah.
Yeah.
He just lost his arm.
I just wanted to hear him say, "God damn it, I hate this Sega crap."
No, he'll just say, "Hold on to your butts." That's all he'll say.
Oh yeah, hold on to your butts.
Tired of these motherfucking dinosaurs on my motherfucking planes.
Well, we never saw a body in the original Jurassic Park, and in the book,
That's
yes,
true.
he does live. So, right now, who all here thinks maybe he'll come into this movie somehow?
We only see his arm.
Right.
Maybe he escaped, and
maybe he'll be a clone.
He's got a Winter Soldier arm. There you go.
yeah, maybe
Bitch slap the dinosaurs.
Maybe he has a twin. And his
Yes.
twin's just stupid enough to start working again for Jurassic Park.
He's just gonna do a walk by cameo. He dressed like Nick Fury. He's going to the other set. He's like, oh yeah, I'll help out a little bit. Badass.
Wouldn't it be funny if they did like a best of or something like that? Like all the people that passed away, kind of like in the Oscars though, but for this movie, they do like a RIP segment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
might be out there.
I will remember you playing in the background.
The live version.
Yeah.
Oh god. All right, so 2 more and we're done. So DC released some like a big teaser for their upcoming films: The Flash, Black Adam. Not sure what else there was in there. The Batman, obviously, I think was shown in there. So we got a glimpse of the new Flash costume, even more. He's got red lenses for speed. Looks pretty badass. Keaton Wayne Batman talking to Barry. Black Adam, we got to see Dwayne Johnson in his suit. I thought he looked pretty badass. Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate. I'm excited about him getting a part like that. He was one of my favorite James Bonds, and I think he's a real talent. And then Aldous Hodge as Carter Hall, aka Hawkman. So that reveal was really badass. Who ever here saw this teaser? What do you think about everything?
I love that DC is going comic accurate with their characters.
Yeah, it's pretty faithful.
I mean,
Finally.
not going, but maintaining.
Well,
I guess.
Hawkman, man, that's just boom.
Right.
That looks just like
Hawkman looks dead on.
yeah, that looks pretty
That
good.
looks awesome.
Yeah,
I'm excited for Dr. Fate to be in it. That's pretty cool too.
yeah, and
I'm excited
yeah,
about that.
Black Adam will be interesting because he's mostly a villain, isn't he? Because I think The Rock is making him an anti-villain.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to play a bad guy. Which a lot of people are like pointing that out when he first announced his project like 5 years ago. Well, does he know
He's
it's
a
not
bad
a
guy.
yeah? So they'll make him kind of a good guy, I guess. But yeah. Anyone else here see the teaser? What do you think of it? Flash. The costume looks pretty good. Don't see a lot of it, but it looks a lot of CG in there, so I'm kind of nervous about that.
Yeah, but that Flash costume is exactly what it is on Flashpoint Paradox.
True. Yep. And they'll probably
it's dead on.
tweak it up a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, I don't remember him having goggles or
No.
those eye things that come down.
I do like it, but I don't know if in the comics he ever had that. Steve, would
No.
you know? I don't know. Yeah, whoever's read the comics.
Yeah, no.
No, so brand
He
new
did have
Ray-Ban sponsored.
goggles in Batman versus Superman.
Oh, did he?
Like that little thing where he popped up. He's
Oh
like,
yeah. The apocalypse type of outfit he had, the robotic.
Yeah,
Yep,
that was
yep.
more like flight
Right.
goggles or something like that, though. Those weren't really
Right, kind of like an
the
Iron
red ones,
Man
but-
type of suit. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it looks good. Black Adam looks pretty solid. I think eventually he's going to cross over with Shazam. That should be pretty cool. Yeah, I think the future looks pretty great, honestly, for DC. I don't know if they're going to try and erase the Snyder. A lot of people want the Snyder verse brought back. I think that's it's a big stretch, but maybe. I have no idea what they're going for. But yeah, definitely more comic accurate. I like what I'm seeing, and it looks like they're pushing it more than MCU does. So I think that gives them another advantage. I don't want to put them against each other, but people, bitch and complain. What sucks is Steven Soderbergh lately, director Steven Soderbergh, he's done Ocean's 11, those films, and many more, of course, that were really good. He was saying, oh, well, the problem with all these superhero films, there's not a lot of sex in them. But he clearly has been watching the Marvel ones, because if you've seen the Snyder ones, like, there's sex in them, Wayne wakes up with a girl in his bed, and Superman in the tub with Lois, like, clearly he's not watching the other ones. But, you get that slew of directors and other creative types bitching about superhero films, basically blaming the box office returns off their films on them and all that. But, yeah, looks great. Hope they keep up the success there. And I think DC's got a lot of things special. Moving into checkouts and recommendations. I've said this before, Peacemaker, HBO Max, you gotta see it. One more episode, Bill. So after next Thursday, maybe sign up for a month HBO and binge them, because you'll enjoy them. They're very good. You'll love them. But everyone here needs to see Peacemaker. I don't get paid by them at all. Peacemaker, HBO Max.
Pam, I do want to see that one.
It's good, Mitch. You'll love it. I think everyone here will love it. It's got dark humor. It's like it pushes it, man. It's not a kid's show at all. Action's great for it being a TV show. It's really, really good. And yeah, John Cena is I think, really becoming a better actor show by show. Like, I've been really impressed with his work ever since. I'm trying to remember the film that really turned me around a little bit with him. I mean, he's been in Bumblebee. I thought he was pretty good in that. A little wooden in some spots, but Blockers. I think that's that movie called. He played a parent, and they all found out their kids were trying to lose their virginities on prom night, so they had to go and try and intercept. Yeah. And I thought that was pretty funny. He's got some comedic chops there. Yeah, definitely check that out. Pam and Tommy, that debuted, I think 2 weeks ago. It debuted with 3 episodes on Hulu. 4th episode just came out. I think they come out every Tuesday or Thursday, maybe. Megan, you've seen the show, right?
So 216 would be episode 5. And then 223 is episode 6.
Is that the last episode then? 6?
I'm guessing. So there's one after that.
I honestly thought it was a movie when it first was premiering. Was surprised to see it was episodic, but I really enjoy it. Sebastian Stan plays Tommy Lee. Lily James, Pamela Anderson. She looks just like her. It's crazy. A lot of, I guess, makeup and contacts and stuff. But man, she
prosthetics.
Yes, yeah. Oh yeah, that too. But she should definitely get nominated for something. I don't know if this could be considered. Well, it's too late for Oscars, but I don't know. The whole streaming thing, it's weird. It'll probably be like an Emmy or something. But she has to get nominated. She really steals the show with her performance. I mean, it's like Pam Anderson's on the screen. It's kind of scary.
You mean performances?
Oh yeah, sure, that too. Yeah, I've only seen the first 2 episodes or so, but Sebastian Stan does a pretty decent job. You know, he doesn't look quite like Tommy Lee, but it's fine. He's forgivable. Seth Rogen, hey, he's a pretty good actor. He can be. He plays the disgruntled carpenter who leaks the tape. So you get more of the story. I really never knew much about the story behind everything, because a lot of people thought they actually released the tape themselves. But you definitely understand why this carpenter did what he did, if this is all how it went down. At least from the episodes I've seen, Tommy Lee comes off as a huge dick. Well, I guess both ways, right? They say. So apparently they married each other just after knowing each other for 96 hours. So, I can't remember how long they lasted as a couple, but they had a couple kids. But yeah, great show. A lot of good stars in it. Definitely check it out. It's on Hulu. Any other checkouts, recommendations you guys have? You know, things you've seen you don't want to recommend, but you just think about, hey, I'll just talk about it.
Yeah, there's a series on YouTube right now. It's by a YouTuber called Kane Pixels. It's a found footage horror series based off of the Back Rooms.
Nice.
So the Back Rooms, basically, to give you kind of some context to it, it's like if we basically no-clipped out of reality and found ourselves in like this kind of like back area of the world, where like, you know, reality is kind of skewed and nothing really exists or whatever, and there's constantly something haunting you, then that's kind of like what the premise is of this show is. It's kind of just like little clips, you know, maybe like 6-7 minutes per episode or whatever, but it's pretty cool. It's really well done, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of it. So it's pretty great. That's my recommendation for anybody who likes found footage horror. It's pretty cool.
Nice. Yeah, a little Blair Witch Project, if you don't like that, I guess, but I did.
Yeah, it's kind of a little more analog horror. It's not just like
a one-off.
It's pretty well, I think it's pretty well produced. So.
Nice. Like that. Yeah. Anyone else here? Anything?
Yeah, Righteous Gemstones. I don't know if anybody's ever seen that show.
I've been wanting to see that, yeah.
Season 2 dropped not too long ago, so Allie and I have been watching that. Man, what a show. John Goodman. This season 2 is, I mean, I know that it's kind of a kooky one-off show, but it's absolutely hilarious, and season 2 is even better.
Did you expect a season 2? Like, after the...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So
yeah, because, I mean, they were basically... season 1 came out, then COVID hit, then they took a hiatus, and then they just released season 2.
Nice.
So they had a couple of years to work on things, and it's, man, that did not soggy the show whatsoever. It's even better.
Awesome. Yeah, they probably had more time to really craft the script more, and Danny McBride really has a lot of hit shows out there, right? Like Vice Principals, I haven't seen that, but that's supposed to be really good. There's also a few other ones. I don't know. The Eastbound and Down is one for sure. I haven't seen that, but that was his like first show.
I have a recommendation. I don't know if you guys talked about it already. So it's the new Kristen Bell film, The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window. Oh,
I've heard some controversy on that one. Okay, go. Yeah.
It's a spoof film.
Oh, okay.
On another film that Amy Adams was in, but it's amazing.
Okay, yeah. I thought that sounded familiar, the title. Yeah, it's like a long... Yeah, because what's funny is a lot of people bitched about the length of the title, but yeah, if it's a spoof film, it makes total sense. Yeah, it's really good. There's a real raunchy sex scene, isn't there? Like a lot of people were uproar about.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You would... When you thought it couldn't get any worse, it just kept going. So,
boy. That's Netflix, right?
Yeah, but it's really funny. I mean, I feel like the humor has to be just right, but it made me chuckle at times.
Cool.
There's some lines in there that I use to this day, so.
Nice. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, and The Gemstones is on HBO Max as well, correct, Mitch?
Yep.
Awesome. Steve, you got any recommendations?
I don't really. I haven't... It's just been busy at work, so I haven't really been watching or reading anything.
Gotcha. Well, your FBI is getting a spinoff, I think. So there's something there.
That's a good show. I'm liking it. We still watch it.
Nice. Excellent. Well, yeah, that's pretty much all we have. Let's plug things before we leave here. Bill, want to start? Steve, you might have to, put your voice in here a little bit.
515 Gaming.
There we go. All right. I just finished up Amnesia: The Dark Descent. It's a psychological horror game that kind of tricks you into scaring yourself. Final episode just went up last week. I legitimately scream and scare the shit out of my rabbit, so it's a good watch. Not really sure where I'm going from here, but got some good things coming down the pipeline. So
nice. Yeah. Very cool. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook.
Facebook.com/515gaming, or look up 515 gaming on YouTube. It's the one with the parentheses around the 515 because I'm cool like that.
Yeah.
And
represent.
I've got some other, I know I've been saying this for a while, but I tried using OBS. Didn't really work out for me too well. I found another video editing software I'm going to play around with, so we'll see how that works out.
Nice. Excellent.
So.
Excellent. Well, yeah, check out Field of Geeks, fieldofgeeks.com. Anywhere you get your podcast from, we're most likely there. YouTube as well. Yeah, check us out.
We're on Audible now.
Yeah, we're everywhere, man. We're everywhere. Yes. You can listen to us read books. Yeah. No, we don't do that, but maybe someday. So yeah, check us out. And yeah, Steve, please plug your blog. I know it's probably been some time, but you were going to release something controversial, so.
Yeah, and it's done. I just need to publish it. So,
okay, well, good. I look forward to it.
I just need to get off my lazy ass.
We all do.
Yeah, stevescomicblog.com.
Great.
As your manager, you have until midnight tonight, or I'm sacking you.
Consider it done.
No 50 million contract for you. Yes. So. All right, guys. Well, this is fun. Full show, full group. It's fantastic. Thanks for making the time. And of course, yeah, we'll be back next time. I'm Josh.
I am Mitch.
I am Bill.
I am Steve.
I'm a Andy's Mint Donut.
All right.
And Woody. Take care, everyone.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.